beat, rolling through the streets in a 10 speed. Money on my mind, give a fuck about what a bitch think. I can't waste my time with a nigga that's not like me. Gotta bust me down in them Cubans, keep me icy. Let's go, 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 go. Let's go, let's go, 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 go. Let's go, 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 go. Let's go, let's go, 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 go. Bad bitch, she gon' get her money back tenfold. Bitches call me sis, I ain't your motherfucking kinfolk. Kill that pussy, got him acting like a nympho. Fucking to that new Boston Richie, how that shit go? Bitch, I'm Big B, rolling through the streets in a 10 speed. Money on my mind, give a fuck about what a bitch think. I can't waste my time with a nigga that's not like me. Gotta bust me down in them Cubans, keep me icy. Let's go, 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 go. Let's go, let's go, 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 go. Let's go, 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 go. Let's go, let's go, 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 go. If he your main nigga, he must be my side hoe. Ice cold around my neck, this ain't cryo. Body right, model type, she got that lipo. Pussy so good, turn a nigga to a psycho. Bitch, I'm Big B, rolling through the streets in a 10 speed. Money on my mind, give a fuck about what a bitch think. I can't waste my time with a nigga that's not like me. Gotta bust me down in them Cubans, keep me icy. Let's go, 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 go. Let's go, let's go, 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 go. Let's go, 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 go. Let's go, let's go, 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 go. He said I'm the truth, I'm about to put that in my bio. Kicking bitches out my way like it's Tybo. I've been running shit so long and I still got my eyes closed. Bitches wanna be me, so I made that hoe a slideshow. Bitch, I'm Big B, rolling through the streets in a 10 speed. Money on my mind, give a fuck about what a bitch think. I can't waste my time with a nigga that's not like me. Gotta bust me down in them Cubans, keep me icy.
For the record, for the record, for the record, for the record. Been a little too nice to y'all. Now I gotta up price on y'all. Snake eyes on dice for y'all. Shoulders on ice for y'all. A6 all the hate. I won't get involved today. Got lost in the ball today.
Alright, y'all know how this goes. I'm about to tell y'all the news that has passed in the last 4 or 5 days, okay? If you've missed it. Now, if you have not missed it, good for you. Please do not come at me. I have no money. I'm just doing secondhand news. Alright? So, let's begin. Okay, ding it.
Let's get it. Green light, let's get it. Green light, let's get it. Green light, let's get it. I'm the future, I'm in it. Check score, I'm winning. Green light, let's get it. I just win. Win, 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 win. I'm on 10. 10, 10, 10, 10.
Alright, hello, how y'all doing? First of all, let me go ahead and say hello. I'm just relaxing as always. Chilling out. Give me a second here. Okay, so.
Hello, motherfucker.
Hello.
And
Hi.
okay, so let's go ahead and begin. I don't know what to tell you right now. I'm still reeling over the fact that we just went through a damn blizzard. I survived, but gosh darn it. But I was blessed because I didn't have like another 2 feet of snow like I had before. That was horrible. Give me just a second. I need to check a window, see if this is working. This is not working right here. Maybe I need to move it. No, it's very much at the top. I don't see it nowhere. Okay, so this, oh, okay, there it is right there. I'm just trying to fix something, all right? Because this is for the other show. Okay, so I'm going to change the font now that I can see it. All right, before I do anything else, let me go ahead and go back to where I was. Give me a second. Oh, sorry. All right, sorry about that. Okay, I was just checking another window because I'm going to start recording for the next video. Anyways, let me go ahead and show y'all. God dang it.
And then the smoke got me.
So I keep telling y'all I'm going to stay on this, and I guess I got my foot on his neck, like for real, because here comes another update on D4vd. So let's start with a case. Let's see here. Let's start with a case that has been sitting heavy online for months. Investigators are closing in on a suspect in the unalivement of a California teenager, Celeste Rivas, whose body was discovered inside abandoned Tesla. And now newly unsealed court documents confirm that Texas singer D4vd is officially the target of their investigation. For real? Oh my God, this took you that long to figure that out? His name is on. Oh, God. You know what? I can't take y'all sometimes. I swear to God, that ain't.
Someone call 911.
I can't with y'all. Anyways, so where was I? Yes, let me say this clearly. He has not been charged, though I think he should. He has not been indicted, though I think he should. But prosecutors have stated in court filings that he may be involved in one count of murder under California law. That's serious language. And grand jury has already called witnesses, including his best friend and the president of his touring company. Even his father fought a court summons, which led to more documents becoming public. That alone tells you this case is not casual. Real talk. My mom told me off the back, if you ever get in trouble and you got to go to court or the police are looking for you, don't come for me. I will literally turn you in. I will tell them where you are. So, yeah, I'm surprised his father did that. My mom said she loved me. So, wow. Anyways, let me see here now. I don't know what to tell you. Then there are the optics. Property deeds transferred to his mother. A police search of his Los Angeles rental home that reportedly uncovered heavy machinery, tools, and a deep freezer. No charges tied to that, but the timing has people asking questions. Did they do a swab or something on that deep freezer? I mean, there could be DNA. I'm just saying. A lot of shit's pointing to him. If he's not guilty, god dang it, I'll be surprised. But in my opinion, I'm just saying. Anyways, no charges. Hell yeah, I said that. Meanwhile, Celeste Rivas' death has still not officially been ruled a homicide. Her family describes her as a beloved daughter and sister. A GoFundMe has raised nearly $25,000 to lay her to rest. This is where we stay grounded. A young black girl that girl's not black, she's Hispanic. A young Hispanic girl is gone. Internet speculation is loud. Legal proceedings are slow. The facts are still developing. Fame does not grant immunity, and public opinion is not a courtroom. We'll keep watching this one carefully, because I'm telling you, I'm going to keep my damn foot on his neck no matter what. Now, let me bring this down. Right now, we're going to go ahead and hit my commercial. If you like what I'm doing, or if you have some complaints and you feel like I should do something different, hit me up. Let me know in the comments. I actually do read them. It's connected to my phone. Excuse me. And I might actually take what you say to heart and do something, or I might not. It all depends. Here we go with my commercial.
It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the fam. It's just me. It's just me and the fam. Yeah, yeah. It's just me and the fam. See my little Tay, that's my hype girl, that's my mascot. No one's go for hours and some hours till we pass out. Stay inside the house, turned up with them racks out. Stay inside the house, turned.
Okay, I didn't know how to respond to this one for real, because seriously, I don't know what to tell you. OnlyFans model Courtney Clenny blows kisses in court ahead of murder trial. I couldn't do it. If I was wanted for murder, first of all, I probably gone crazy, so I don't know what the hell's going on. But two, throwing kisses, huh? What the girl? Something wrong with you. I think. Ooh, I'm telling you, we are at the end of times. So, and before give me a second here. I got a script and shit. I got to get things together. All right, let's see. Okay. Now, let's, give me a second. Okay, let's head to Miami, where OnlyFans creator Courtney Clenny is awaiting trial for the 2022 stabbing of her boyfriend Christian Toby Abuseli. Poor boy. He's a handsome little fella. And before the legal arguments even started, at a recent hearing, Clenny was reportedly blowing kisses, sticking out her tongue, and making playful faces towards the gallery. Read the room, bitch. She is charged with second-degree murder. Prosecutors say Obumseli was stabbed with a downward plunge that struck a major artery. He later died in the hospital. Give me a second. I really can't see this. I wish it was in dark, but it's not. But here we go. He later died at the hospital. Her defense says she acted in self-defense and threw the knife during a confrontation. They describe her as a victim of domestic abuse. Prosecutors strongly dispute that, arguing that the physical evidence and autopsy findings don't match a self-defense narrative. Bitch, you look, I'm so sick of these damn liars. Okay, you gonna try and be Trump, so good luck. Anyways, where was I? After the incident, she fled to Hawaii. She was arrested there in August 2022 and has remained jailed without bond since extradition back to Florida. If you wasn't guilty, you wouldn't have ran, you dumbass heifer. In latest hearings, her team tried to disqualify one of the prosecution experts over an old professional dispute. The judge denied that request. Some covert recordings made by Obumseli will be allowed in court, particularly those captured in shared public areas like the balcony and lobby. Trial begins April 27, 2026. Here's the uncomfortable layer. People don't want to say it out loud, though. When black men are unalived, the media tone often shifts depending on who is being accused. This courtroom behavior, it hits differently for a lot of viewers. Justice isn't social theater. Justice isn't social media theater. And April will be telling. So I don't know what to tell you, but I think her actions are very gross. And I hope that she gets her shit together. Because that doesn't say I'm innocent. Not one bit. Moving on. You know me, I'm always going to report stuff. And I told you before, when November 5th hit, I was going to just sit my ass down and be done with it. But some people, they want to go out in the streets, go for it. But I'm resting. I'll tell you that much. So check this. Wait. Yeah, okay. I forgot what I was doing. Anyways, so check this out. Fear of arrest, violence keeping black voters from protesting, Drumpf poll. I don't know about you, but I've been seeing a lot of people basically giving the middle finger and saying, fuck that, I am going to vote. And I don't care what you do. I already found my birth certificate. I know exactly where it is. It's in the corner right behind me. But anyways, so a new poll from Hit Strategies for the Black Ops Project is painting a picture that mainstream pundits are trying to misread. Some outlets are implying black voters aren't protesting because they support Trump. That's not what the data says. 32% of registered black voters fear arrest if they publicly protest. Another 32% fear mob violence. 18% worry speaking out could hurt them professionally. One participant put it plainly, it's dangerous for black people to put their face out there right now. And I agree. Shit. They want black bodies out there, and we are trying our best not to go out there, okay? Don't be looking for us. And if you've watched expanded police powers, aggressive protest crackdowns, and people losing jobs over online opinions, that fear isn't imaginary. 59% of black voters say they feel personally harmed by Trump's policies among young black men that that number drops to 41%, with 42% saying they feel no impact, which researchers say reflects cynicism, not support. So pretty much, we are unbothered by y'all. We're so done. There's also frustrations toward leadership. 63% believe congressional Democrats should play a major role in opposing harmful policies. Only 36% describe that as very active. That gap matters. This isn't apathy, it's caution, it's exhaustion, it's survival strategy. Black Americans have always calculated risk differently because historically the consequences have been different, okay? Fear doesn't equal endorsement. It signals a climate that people are navigating carefully, all right? So, yeah, don't think we ain't protesting because we scared. No, we're trying not to let these motherfuckers get away with shit, okay? We know our assignment. Y'all be sitting up there looking for us, but we know what the hell we supposed to do. We know exactly what they want. We know how this is going to play if we bring our asses out there. So how about this? How about you do like old school? When your mama told you, just trust me, okay? I know what I'm doing. You know your mama done told you that at least once. Trust me, okay? I know what I'm doing. All right, but anyways, let's move on because the shit gets even pettier, okay? It gets petty.
Emotional content.
Trump gleefully celebrated the end of DEI at SOTU. I wish they'd stop doing all these damn acronyms, but has it really ended? Despite the White House efforts, many companies continue to uphold DEI policies, and Trump's executive actions have either been defeated in court or remain in litigation. So let's look over here and check this story out. During the State of the Union, Trump declared DEI dead in America. Republicans applauded like they had just won a championship. Reality is more complicated. His executive order targeted federal diversity programs and contradicting policies. Thousands of black workers reportedly lost jobs across public and private sectors after the rollback pressure. Let me see here now. Well, I lost my place. Where the hell was I? Okay, where am I? Okay, there it is. Some companies quickly retreated from their DEI commitments. Others did not. More than 100 major corporations, including Apple, American Express, Nike, and LinkedIn, are still maintaining diversity policies despite political pressure. Because seriously, if you don't have diversity, all you're going to get is mediocre. That's all I can tell you. Where was I? All right, so let's see here now. Okay, there we go. Legal challenges are ongoing. A federal court lifted an injunction allowing certain orders to proceed, but other lawsuits remain active. The administration recently lost a case attempting to withhold billions in education funding from states that refuse to dismantle diversity programs. What? I'm saying, even if you had one race, there would still be something different with somebody. You cannot have homogeny. We ain't milk, weirdo. Anyways, let's continue. Where was I? Okay, so no, DEI hasn't evaporated. The Congressional Black Caucus is warning companies that abandon commitments that there will be accountability if political power shifts in 2026 and 2028. There's also an honest critique happening within our community. Some strategists argue DEI historically benefited white women more than black communities. The nuance matters. Here's the bottom line. Access to opportunity has always been political. Declaring something over does not erase systemic realities. This fight is far from finished. Because, I mean, shit, Costco said, fuck you. And they still doing their DEI. That's all I'm saying. Because, I mean, if you get rid of DEI, I guess you just don't give a shit about yourself. Because you need other people to fucking improve shit. You gotta bounce stuff off their brains and shit. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, let's go ahead and move on, because I'm telling you right now, this shit is ridiculous. Now, I ain't never heard of this motherfucking shit. I don't know what. I have never heard of BAFTA in my life. I don't know what it is. BAFTA. I'm not saying bath. I'm saying BAFTA. Some kind of British thing, whatever the hell. But y'all check this out, because I'm just like,
You shouldn't have been talking shit.
so this dude right here. Apparently, this fucker is the one that pretended he had a glitch. Man, okay, so why is that in your vocabulary? That would be my first damn question. Why is that in your vocabulary? People don't just scream out words they don't know. Okay? I'm just letting you know. They don't scream out words with Tourette's. They don't just scream out words they don't know. If it's not in their brain on a regular basis, anyways, Google had to issue an apology after a news alert sent to users included the N-word in a notification tied to coverage of a BAFTA incident involving Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo. The alert reportedly read, "See more on nigger?" Oh my God, no. That wasn't a typo. Someone casually shrugs off. Google claims this was not an AI malfunction, but a failure in safety filters that misinterpreted language across multiple web pages and auto-populated the slur. This is happening during Black History Month. Timing matters. You know, a lot of this shit keeps happening this month. Oh, but y'all don't want to talk about that, huh? Anyways, the BAFTA incident itself involved racial slurs directed at Black actors, so the algorithm deciding to amplify that language isn't into people's notifications. That's gasoline on a fire. Users across social media called it shameful and inexcusable. Now, here's the bigger conversation. Tech companies love to tell us their systems are neutral. Algorithms are trained, filters are designed, safeguards are coded. If a slur makes it through, that means the guardrails weren't strong enough. Apologies are easy. Preventative infrastructure is harder. You know, you could have just prevented it instead of allowing that shit to happen. Like, how about you don't say it? God dang it, y'all act like... I understand the syndrome, the Tourette syndrome, but you still have a fucking brain and you still have morals. Anyways, the users across social media called it shameful and inexcusable. Now here's the bigger conversation. Tech companies love to tell us their systems are neutral. Algorithms are trained, filters are designed, safeguards are coded. If a slur makes it through, that means the guardrails weren't strong enough, damn it. Apologies are easy. Preventative infrastructure is harder. When platforms hold global power over language distribution, system error stops being cute. Explanations, okay? Black audiences are tired of being test cases for digital negligence, okay? Seriously. Because I can't. Because one of these days you're going to fuck around and somebody going to have a really bad day and they just going to haul off and pop somebody in the face. That's all I can say. Moving on. Are the $2,000 tariff refunds Trump promised actually coming? I really don't know. Honestly, I really don't know. Remember when Trump floated the idea of cutting Americans a $2,000 check as a tariff refund? Yeah, about that. Nearly a year after imposing sweeping tariffs on dozens of countries, the Supreme Court just threw a wrench straight into that plan. In a 6-3 decision, key aspects of this tariff authority were struck down, putting major pieces of his policy on pause. Hey, Joker, how you doing, girl? We still moving. I was so excited. I am ready to start the FBA Exodus. I had to get a substitute till I get my little image ready. So, but I'm ready to do at least the Toronto one. I've had a few hiccups, but I found ways around it. You know what I'm saying? I found ways around it, so I should be able to record like tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So I can finally release FBA. How are you? I'm all right. How are you, girl? I have been missing you. For anyone who doesn't know, I am talking to my mod. Anyways, moderator. That's the word. All right, where was I? Okay. We're still talking about this $2,000 they said we was going to get on taxes. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, meanwhile, Americans already been paying the bill. According to the Kiel Institute for the World Economy. Wait a minute. I missed something. Okay. Nearly a year after imposing sweeping tariffs on dozens of countries, the Supreme Court just threw a wrench straight into that plan. In a 6-3 key decision, key aspects of his tariff, authorities were struck down. Where the hell? Oh, okay. What the fuck? Hold on. Oh, there it is. Okay. Authorities struck down. Yeah, whatever. According to the Kiel Institute for the World Economy, U.S. consumers and importers absorbed 96%. Would you say Trump is still dangling that check, huh? Yeah, he is. He's trying anyways. Importers absorb 96% of the cost of tariffs. Foreign exporters paid just 4%. So when folks felt those hidden fees at checkout, that wasn't your imagination. That was policy. Trump himself warned Americans there would be some pain from his trade wars. The pain showed up. Relief has not. Bitch, some pain, motherfucker. You all you know is pain, you dumb bastard. I can't believe I'm actually showing his face. Ugh. Anyways, Trump, he is an ugly ass man. I don't know why all the evil fuckers are so damn ugly. Ugh. Anyways, Trump warned America. Yeah, I said that. Small business owners have been hit especially hard. Some are organizing for refunds. Others are exploring legal action. Even FedEx filed suit seeking reimbursement. When corporations start lining up with lawsuits, you know the math is messy. Massachusetts Senator Ed Markey introduced the Tariff Refund Act of 2026, which would require Custom and Border Protections to distribute an estimated $175 billion in refunds with interest. Oh, shit. Motherfucker, all that damn money you done grifted is gonna come out your damn pockets. That's what I feel. I feel like all that fucking money you grifted, that's the only way your family is ever gonna survive this. That's the only way. Anyways, because I'm sick of you and everybody else is sick of your ass. So what do you do? What do you do? Anyways, here's the catch. Congress would have to approve it. And during his recent State of the Union, Trump acknowledged the court's unfortunate, quote unquote, decision, but somehow forgot to mention refunding Americans. Yeah, bitch. I tried to buy a damn book. That motherfucker was like $10. When I was done, it was $30. I was like, I don't need it that much. Fuck it. I'll find shit online. I will survive. Shit. Anyways, midterms are coming. Gridlock is real. And unless something dramatic shifts, people are waiting on a $2,000 check, may need to pack patience. Tariffs remain in effect for 150 days under a new 15% global policy. The trade war continues. The refund promise floating in limbo. I just want to say this. If your stupid ass just was told not to do it and you holding on to this 15, do you realize that amount of money is still going to come out your ass? Stupid. Oh my gosh, he's so damn stupid. How you going to do that? Because I'm just saying, you can't. You really can't. Because if you try to do that shit, it's just going to, he going to be broke. Why are these people so stupid? Lord help me. Anyways, moving on, because I promise you, this is ridiculous. Oh, Lord have mercy.
And then the smoke got me.
So, Representative Al Green, he's getting into good trouble again. He was escorted out of the State of the Union. He probably didn't want to be there anyways. For the second year in a row, this dude is running. This is what he's doing. This is his hobby. How can I get the napkin people to kick me out? That's what he does. This is the second time. I bet you he's gonna do it next year too, if we make it. For the second year in a row, Representative Al Green of Texas was escorted out of the House of Chambers during Trump's State of the Union. This time he wasn't waving a cane. Shit. Next time bring me. I got boxing gloves. I'll get him in the chin. I'll go to jail for that. I don't mind. This time he wasn't waving a cane. He was holding a sign that read, "Black people aren't apes." No, we're not. We definitely are not. But you are definitely an orangutan, drunk. Green, well, there it is. That message directly referenced a video Trump's Truth Social account had previously amplified. One depicting Barack and Michelle Obama as apes. A video later removed after backlash. Green positioned himself deliberately on the aisle. He wanted visibility. He wanted the president to see it. Capitol officers escorted him out once the sign became visible on camera. He did not resist. Afterwards, still holding the sign, Green told reporters this protest was intentional. He needed to take a stand against discrimination at that level. Let's pause here. I would have done it too. Shit. A sitting member of Congress felt compelled to bring a sign reminding the president, he's not my president. That fucker is not my president. That's a felon. Reminding that fucker, how about that, of the United States. Yeah, he's the fucker of the United States. He's fucking us up. That black people are not apes. That's where we are. Last year, Green shook his cane during the address and was removed. Whether he faces formal consequences this time is still unclear. Some will call it disruption. Others call it necessary symbolism. I call it good trouble. I ain't got a problem with good trouble. History tends to remember the protest more than the protocol. That man got into some good trouble. Ain't nothing wrong with a man named Al Green unless you get your ass whooped for doing stupid stuff. I'm just saying. Ain't nothing wrong with a man named Al Green unless you do that, because that was embarrassing. All right, moving on. Here we go. Here comes some people that just like to terrorize the shit out of black people, because I can't, if I don't say it like that, it sounds weird, okay? So here we go. I can't wait to do the recordings because I got a lot of shit to say about some of this stuff, and I've been waiting. Anyways, where is this? Okay, where am I? Oh, okay, there it is. So, Trump shared post calling Michelle Obama a racist. The fuck? Over the weekend, Trump reshared a posting calling former First Lady Michelle Obama anti-white and racist. Why? Because she married a brown man? What the fuck is wrong with this dude? No evidence, no documented statements, just amplification. This comes just weeks after his account reposted the 8 videos targeting the Obamas. The post was blamed on a staffer. He's the staffer, okay? He's the fucking staffer. Trump later said he made no mistake and no apology was needed. You want to bet? Ooh, just wait until you out of there. Just wait. God dang it, I'm a... woosah. I'm so sick. Girl, who you telling? Who you telling? I'm so sick of that motherfucker too. So anyways, this time he reshared a post from far-right figure and weird-looking fucker, as I've never seen a woman look so weird, if you want to call her a woman, Laura Loomer, attacking Michelle Obama. She reminds me of Frankenstein's monster. Her head, really. Anyways, attacking Michelle Obama and suggesting her production company would influence Netflix content through potential merger. He didn't distance himself from the claim. Motherfucker. Whatever. Instead, he added fuel, calling for Netflix to fire Susan Rice, former national security advisor and current board member, labeling her racist and demanding consequences. There's no record of Michelle Obama promoting any anti-white ideology as First Lady. Her initiatives focused on health, education, and military families. This woman literally said, when they go low, we go high. I literally will say, when they go low, I'm high as hell, and I'm going to take you to hell. God dang it, assholes. And I'm going to take you there. I'm high as hell, and I'm going to take you there. They really don't have any nice looking ones on that side. No, they don't. No, they don't. Oh, and it's getting scarier. Shit is getting scary. I told you. God dang it, that one looked like a damn, the one that retired, her ass looked like one of those onsen monkeys with the beady eyes. Anyways, let me go back to this. The timing overlaps with recent okay, yeah, I said that. So this isn't random escalation. This isn't random. It's escalation, okay? Political attacks are one thing. Radicalized insinuations are another. When language moves from policy disagreement to coded racial provocation, it shifts the temperature nationally. I think we already knew this dude was a racist. I'm just saying. And the fact that this keeps happening publicly tells you the strategy isn't accidental. I never thought it was. I promise you I never thought it was. This motherfucker here. Now, I don't know if y'all saw this one, but I saw it and it pissed me the fuck off. Did y'all hear about this one right here? White professor caught on mic making racist remarks during school meeting. I heard that shit and I don't know how the hell she's sitting up there talking about, I was hypothesizing. I'm like, no, bitch. What you said was what you said, and I don't understand why you still have a job. So, a tenured associate professor at Hunter College, Allison Friedman, is under review after making racist comments during a virtual community education council meeting in New York. She appeared to think her microphone was muted. While a black middle school student was speaking emotionally about her school, Friedman was heard saying they're too dumb to know they're in a bad school. Hey, let me pause for a minute. It wouldn't be a bad school if y'all motherfuckers actually gave them equal shit instead of giving all the, napkin area, the napkin people fucking get the money. Shit. Get on my damn nerves. Underfunded. Underfunded and under-resourced. Under not enough people. Motherfucker. Anyways. Then she added, if you train a black person well enough, they'll know to use the back. Let that sit. The phrase referenced a quote discussed earlier in the meeting about internalized oppression, but her delivery landed as racist and demeaning. An organizer immediately interrupted her, warning that her contents were audible. The phrase referenced a quote. Friedman later emailed an explanation claiming she was discussing the systemic racism with her child. First explain the one where, what about that other one? What about the other one? They're too dumb to know they're in a bad school. You told your child that shit, stupid ass. Ooh, why am I yelling? Anyways. An organizer, this woman here. Anyways, this excuse. She was discussing systemic racism with her child and that her words were taken out of context. She apologized for the harm, but she said the views weren't her own, bitch. Ooh. Where is it? I don't have all my sound effects, but I can't with you. That is some bullshit right there. Anyway, city officials condemned the remarks. The school chancellor stated the city is working to repair the damage. Hunter College says she attended as a private citizen and parent, but the university is reviewing the incident under conduct policies. I bet you if nobody had said anything, this shit would have been under the damn rug. This happened amid over school closures in District 3, schools that serve large numbers of Black and Latino students. Here's what matters. Children were speaking about their education. An adult with institutional power chose that moment to say something dehumanizing. I'm not used to using that word. It's fucked up that I have to keep using it. Mute mic, unmuted mindset. We'll see what accountability looks like. I really hope she gets she gets something. I really do, because otherwise I don't know what to tell you. Now this next one, I didn't know where to put it, so I'm going to just leave it here. Because I already side-eyed this motherfucker. Yes, he's a Democrat. Yes, he seems like he's good for everybody. But when you keep doing fucking reviews and research on shit that's over 500 years, now you got Somalians asking for reparation. We better get reparation before them motherfuckers. Shit. And now, just get on my nerves. I don't care. I just want somebody to get reparations at this point. So, Black and MAGA folks angry at Gavin Newsom for implying Black people can't read. That's not the full story. So that's where I put it. I didn't know where to put it otherwise. So, while the internet was still reacting to the BAFTA slur incident, MAGA accounts tried to launch another outrage cycle, this time targeting California Governor Gavin Newsom. Newsom is currently on a book tour for his memoir discussing the lifelong struggle with dyslexia. During an interview in Atlanta, he told the audience he scored a 960 on his SAT and still struggled with reading speeches. He said he wasn't trying to impress anyone, just connect. A clip was posted by a MAGA account implying that he was telling people he was like them. He was telling Black people he was like them because he struggled academically. Before this, I needed him to be quiet and sit down. I still need him to be quiet and sit down, especially when it comes to us. And this, oh Lord, have mercy. Anyways, clip. Okay, so context was sliced out. First of all, I have never struggled academically. My mother scares me too fucking much to be academically low. I have always had grades in my schooling before I went to secondary. I have always had grades that yeah. The only time I got an F was because of my attitude. Shit. I don't even know why they did that to me. Anyways, let me continue. The room he was speaking to was largely white. He never mentioned race. He made similar comments in interviews with white hosts. Political commentator Mark Lamont Hill clarified the situation, saying there are legitimate reasons to critique Newsom, but this one wasn't one of them. Newsom himself fired back at Sean Hannity, accusing the conservatives of ignoring actual racist incidents while pretending to outrage over a discussion of dyslexia. Can we talk about Keith Porter? Huh? Anyways, this is a lesson in digital distortion. A 10-second clip can ignite a narrative. A full transcript usually cools it down. Man, I'm so sick of this shit. It is seriously like we living in a damn comic book. Manufactured outrage moves fast. Corrections crawl. Before jumping on the hate train, check the footage. Not every viral clip tells the truth. And I can relate to that. Cause I got some kind of stalker bitch, I don't know who the fuck that is, that sits up there and watches my damn 2-minute clips from what might be a 4-minute fucking segment, and then it's talking all kind of shit, misspelling shit, wrong punctuations and all that shit. Woo! But anyways, moving on. We gonna get into this next story. I don't know what to tell you, but that's it for people that terrorize Black folks. I'll say that much at least. This next one, These are skin folk. These are not kinfolk. These are skin folk that have embarrassed us. The worst events in the 100 years of Black History Month. Check it out. Ooh, Lord have mercy. So, yeah, I told you. So, let's see. People love to treat Black history like it's a cute slideshow with MLK quotes and a drum line, but February is loaded. It's grief, it's resistance, it's receipts. Malcolm X was assassinated on February 21st, 1965. I think that's my dad's birthday. See what happens on the 21st? Horrible things happen. Yeah, I know what the fuck I said. Anyways, 39 years old, right before speaking at the Audubon Ballroom in New York City. His home had been firebombed a week earlier. For decades, the story stayed messy. And in 2021, 2 of the men convicted were exonerated. So yes, the system can admit it got it wrong after people are dead and history's already moved on. Let me bring that down. Okay. Then you got Trayvon Martin, killed February 26th, 2012. Shit, today. 17 years old. Florida, he was not 17. Florida neighborhood, and the killer was acquitted. Tied to stand your ground. How the fuck do you stand your ground when the motherfucker is walking away from you? That doesn't make any fucking sense. He was walking away from that motherfucker. You can't stand your ground if someone's leaving you. Anyways, that case didn't just break hearts, it snapped something awake. It's part of the road that helped ignite Black Lives Matter. It snapped something in me. Shut up. Shut up. Yeah, that was my cat, and don't nobody report me. I yell at my cat, it yells back at me, so shut up. Anyways, let's see. Shut up. No. Shut up. Please. Get out. Go. Pay some rent. Shut up. Please. Man, nobody want to see you. No. No one want to see you. Anyways. Let's see here now. What? What do you want? Man, I'm not going to have this conversation with you. I'm doing something. Anyways, the Orangeburg Massacre, February 8th, 1968. Police opened fire on Black students protesting a whites-only bowling alley in South Carolina. Dozens injured. 3 Black men killed: Henry Smith, Samuel Hammond, and Delano Middleton. And Cleveland Sellers was arrested and in prison for inciting a riot. Ain't it funny how the victims catch the charges? What the hell are you doing? Man, why don't you go take a nap? Every other time your ass is asleep. Anyways, let's see here now. Oh, now you... What you want? You ain't even brought nothing. You was just talking to talk. God dang it. Auntie Joker's on the way to pick up the babies. Please, because she having a whole goddamn conversation with me. Her ass is usually asleep. Anyways, and in modern times, Ahmaud Arbery killed February 23rd, 2020, while jogging. 3 white men armed up chased and shot him. That year also includes George Floyd, Breonna Taylor. You don't move on from that. You survive it. This is why Black history is not just look how far we've come. It's also look what we've lived through. And if anybody tries to sanitize that, they're not honoring Black history. They're hiding from it. Because this shit is cute, pretty, and lovely, but it's also ugly, dirty, and nasty. Shit. What? Now your damn sister calling me? Fuck off. This is ridiculous. Messing with me. I'm not talking to you. No. Go away. No. Man, I'm going to kick you outside. Moving on. Keep messing with me. Let me bring this down. Sorry, I'm in the middle of an argument. We heated over here. I don't know why. This next story, I'm not sure how to tell you, but, at least it's something to think about. It's not good. Yeah, it's kind of depressing. That's all I can say. Get your trees and get ready, okay? Whew. Shut up. All right, so spiritual homicide, the American president and the death of a nation's conscience. I see it, you see it, you know damn well what it is. This piece comes with an ancestral lens. The author draws from Igbo philosophy. A person becomes a person through relationships with others. Human dignity isn't a solo trophy, it's a shared bond. So when someone insults one person's humanity, they damage the whole community. Woo, that's deep. So the framing matters because modern authoritarianism doesn't usually show up wearing a villain cape. Shut up. No. So when where was I? See, you got me lost. Damn it. I don't want to talk to you. No. Damn it. Anyways, where was I? All right. It comes wearing slogans, money, and just joking language. The article argues that authoritarian power grows through weaponized speech, sounds familiar, and wealth-driven influence, sounds familiar, using polarization like a tool and turning institutions into personal instruments instead of public service. It describes a pattern, call the press the enemy, label opponents vermin, and slowly normalize dehumanization. Once people get used to the insults, it becomes easier to justify the crackdown. The author ties this to spiritual and moral frameworks too. The idea that every person has inherent dignity, and when leadership treats citizens like obstacles, you can get an I-it relationship. People reduced to objects. Yeah, I get it now. I was like, what the hell? Is that a stutter? I have a script because last time people told me stop reading stories to them. Anyways, then comes the pipeline from rhetoric to policy, directives, loyalty, scorecards, executive overreach, and fear, quote unquote, being used as the excuse for expanding power. The warning is simple. When government starts suspending dissent and replacing dignity with mockery, the moral guardrails are getting bulldozed. I told you the assignment this year is gatekeep, y'all. And the article calls people to discernment, fruit inspection. Don't just listen to what leaders say. Watch their words produce intimidation, punishment, enrichment for the inner circle, silence for everybody else. This is grown folk talk, not fear-mongering, pattern recognition. Watch your backs. I'm telling you to be woke, not whatever the fuck they call woke. I'm telling you to be woke. What the fuck woke really means, damn it. Moving on. Because now we gonna go ahead, and I've just gotten lazy, okay? But we about to go ahead and do fuck around and find out. But first, I'll be right back because I gotta go to the bathroom. Shit. Damn it. Be right back. Where's the damn music? Where's it? I got rid of that shit too, didn't I? Damn it. I'll be right back. Fuck. What you want now, huh? But goddamn, you got food in there? Like somebody sitting up there and feeding you. What are you doing? You lunatic cat. Why are y'all messing with me? Get out of here. I don't want to have another conversation with you. You, get the fuck on, god dang it. All right, I'm back. I'm so sorry. Oh, goddamn cats. Get on my nerves. Yeah, they ain't saying that. They too busy trying to be nosy. All right, I'm back. The motherfuckers get on my nerves sometimes. Usually around this time they're asleep. I don't know why they're not asleep now. Anyways, moving on. Cause this one right here is just lovely. And you know what time it is. Playing stupid games and win stupid prizes, y'all.
I don't want the second, I want this. I'm all in my head, swear I'm a wreck. I've been moving like a hot mess.
All right. So, why white women are being dragged after Trump's State of the Union address over DEI. This one is wild because it's not just politics, it's math. During the State of the Union, Trump declared, "We ended DEI in America," and got a standing ovation. And a lot of the people standing and clapping were white women or napkin women. Now listen, if irony had a federal job, it would have clocked in right then, because data and reporting have consistently shown that diversity programs and the affirmative action policies that came before them have disproportionately benefited white women in corporate settings. Affirmative action in federal contracting goes back to Executive Order 11246, which barred discrimination based on race, color, religion, and national origin. Sex was added later in 1967. And yes, the history is messy. A segregationist congressman pushed the sex category thinking it would tank the whole effort. Instead, it passed and the door opened wide. That's what you get, bastard. That's what you get. Fast forward, corporate DEI becomes a checkbox. Companies want diversity without changing power. So they elevate who feels safe to the existing structure. And many times that has been white people closer to male power networks, less racial backlash, easier to brand as progress. Let me get this here. Forbes piece. Give me a second. Forbes piece in the 2023 pointed out that imbalance. White women holding a much larger share of C-suite roles than women of color, and black women having less access to advocacy and leadership support. So watching white women applaud the end of DEI is like watching someone clap while their own lifeboat gets drilled with holes, you dumbasses. So, that moment wasn't just audacity. It was a lack of awareness. You know which one I want to do. Nigga! Dummy. I gotta go find that one. What do you want, you big dummy? God dang, these some stupid ass people. Moving on, let's talk about one of the people from my state. She got alopecia. I know she has to, because I don't know how the hell she makes it up here. As cold as it is, with no hair on her head. I don't know how she does it. But Representative Ayanna Presley introduces a resolution to protect and celebrate Black museums and cultural institutions. This is actually in the wrong place, but who cares? I'm going to keep reading about it. Congresswoman Ayanna Presley introduced a resolution recognizing and celebrating Black history museums and cultural institutions as Black History Month closes. And this isn't symbolic fluff. It's a protective move. She's saying out loud what too many people tiptoe around. Preserving history requires defense. Museums do not stay open on vibes. Truth-telling doesn't survive on good intentions. The resolution was co-signed by 52 House Democrats and lays out direct language. The American colonies and the United States benefited from the labor of millions of enslaved Africans and their descendants. Period. Jackasses, we built this shit. And it stayed in our fucking DNA. We ain't lazy. We fucking tired. Anyways, okay, where was I? It also names Black Americans as democracy expanders, from Crispus Attucks to Reconstruction era Black lawmakers helping secure the 14th and 15th Amendment to the Montgomery bus boycott, pushing desegregation. Presley's point is that Black history institutions exist because mainstream systems have omitted, marginalized, or distorted Black stories. These museums hold the records, artifacts, and narratives people try to bury when it becomes inconvenient. And yes, this resolution lands amid the ongoing fights over how slavery and racial history are presented, including controversies involving federal exhibits and what gets removed, restored, or appealed in court. Presley's message is, if people are trying to whitewash the past, you don't whisper, you don't protect the institution you protect the institution that tells the truth. That's not divisive. That's maintenance. I told that motherfucker not to do that, and they still did it. Whatever. But all I can tell you is, at least you're doing something. That's all I can say. Moving on. God dang it, because it's stupid as hell. New York man arrested after calling woman nigga and setting her boots on fire. First of all, why? Once he said that word, why were you standing still? I'd have been ready to fight. All right, so this story is disgusting, and it's also a reminder public harassment can turn violent fast. In Chelsea, Manhattan, two men approached a 54-year-old Black woman near West 26th Street on 7th Avenue. One of them wore a red Make America, one of those stupid-ass MAGAs, and filmed the whole thing using a cell phone on a selfie stick, because apparently racism needs content now. We really don't need it. They harassed her, asked her for a kiss, and then escalated into racist language, including the N-word and calling her slave. When she refused, one of them leaned down and set her shoes on fire with a lighter. On fire! Wait a minute. Why the fuck? What? And nobody helped her? Oh, shit. Y'all. Ooh. And it's reported they live streamed it. The video later went viral after being uploaded to an account called Scrubs NYC. NYPD says the suspect has also been harassing other pedestrians. The case was referred to the Hate Crimes Task Force. Let's see. That's what I'm saying. Both men, Michael James, 33, and Michael Santiago, 31, were arrested and are facing a stack of charges, including assault, criminal mischief as hate crime, plus aggravated harassment, menacing, arson-related charges, criminal tampering. What else? Invasion of privacy, because your ass sat up there, didn't have her consent, showed her on fucking social media and all that shit. What else can we get? Motherfucker, I hope she owns you bitches. You motherfuckers. Ugh.
Brother, ugh.
Y'all some dirty bastards. Y'all some... Ugh.
I regret nothing.
I hope they send your ass to jail. I hope they send you under the jail. I hope. Instead of I wish, I hope. Anyways, this isn't free speech. This is targeted terror with a ring light mentality. If anybody wonders why Black folks stay alert in public, this is why. Because some people don't just want to disrespect you. They want to punish you for existing. And elder... bitch, that's an auntie. And thank God she got away. That's an auntie right there, bitch. That motherfucker lived a life. You don't know her damn backstory, and you gonna sit up there and put more grief on her. Fuck. Now this one, excuse me, I have a 40. This one right here made me laugh because I'm petty like that, and I can't stand that whole family. You'll see what I mean in just a second. Prince Estate, Grace Jones among Black artists who flatly refused their music being used in Melanated documentary and soundtrack. Whew. Several notable artists did contribute to the soundtrack, including Michael Jackson, Aretha Franklin, and the states of them, and Rolling Stones. I don't know why the hell y'all would have done that. But anyways, so Melania's documentary titled Melania, This Bitch Can't Talk, Be Best. Every time she says that, it pisses me off. Do you know how much my mother grilled the fuck out of me talking about mechanics and grammar and shit, and this bitch come up on the stage talking about be best. Bitch, You need to get deported. Anyways, Melania, what you say? Yeah, basically. This bitch right here. Several artists flat out refused, according to producers and Trump advisor Mark Beckman. Several artists flat out refused to let their music be used, and yes, multiple black artists were part of that absolutely not list. Grace Jones, she scares the shit out of me, reportedly declined. Beckman complained she couldn't get over the political hurdle. The fuck? These are racist bastards. What the fuck are you talking about? Let me translate that into regular people language. She has standards. They tried to license a Prince song, but Prince estate shut it down. The estate's lawyer reportedly said Prince would never want his music associated with Donald Trump, even though the filmmakers tried to frame it as not political. It's political. Everything about it is political. It shouldn't be, but it's political. This is the most unserious part of my life, and I hate it. And here's the funny part. You don't get to say it's not political when your last name is literally a political brand. Be serious. Not be best. Be serious, bitch. Now, the film still featured... Well, okay, wait a minute. Even Guns N' Roses didn't clear the music either, per Beckman's comments about the band being split politically. Yuck. Now, the film still features some black greats. Aretha Franklin and Michael Jackson are mentioned as included. I don't know why. I don't think they would really side with this. But this whole situation is a reminder. Black art is not a free accessory for people who don't respect black people. Artists have been pushing back for years when Trump World used their songs at rallies or in ads. Estates have sued. Lawyers have gotten involved. Isaac Hayes' estate even settled a lawsuit over music use. If somebody's mad they couldn't clear a track, that's not oppression, that's consequences, bitch. We don't like it. And they are known to be racist. Exactly. This motherfucker sitting up here, oh, they wouldn't give her songs. Why not? I wonder why. So I thought this was over. I thought, they were just broken up and shit. But apparently folks want to tell us there's more going on. So let's check it. Too heated and complicated. Cardi B and Stephon Diggs reportedly hit pause on their relationship. What do you mean pause? There should be a period and end it. Good grief. Now, I know you don't, I don't worship these motherfuckers, but this story is worth mentioning because it's about something real, stability and trust. Reports say Cardi B and Stephon Diggs are done. And the reason is old as time. Things got messy, trust got shaky, and Cardi B pulled back. Sources describe the relationship as too heated and complicated, and Cardi allegedly decided she couldn't trust him. Half of all. There was a lot of signs before that you couldn't trust him. Jeez. When someone has a reputation already, before you even meet that motherfucker, maybe you should take a little research into that. Woo. Anyways, people noticed the public clues on following each other, awkward energy around Super Bowl week, and Cardi basically moving like, good luck with that, somewhere away from me. And here's the key detail that makes this less celebrity gossip and more grown woman choices. Cardi's focus is reportedly her kids, her music, and her tour. Does she have an album out? She got an album? I don't know. Joker, can you check if she got an album? I don't even know if she had an album. She just be putting out songs every now and then. Does she have an album? Anyways, let's see. The reports also say they share a son born in November, and while the door isn't fully closed, Cardi wants stability. That part, respect. That part I respect. Meanwhile, too many women get told to tolerate chaos for the sake of keeping a man. Meanwhile, that same chaos ends up draining your peace, your parenting, your health, your money, your sleep, everything. If Cardi's choice was I'll be a no-nonsense mom and artist instead of a stressed-out girlfriend in a trust crisis, that's boundaries. But I'll tell you one thing, I think she still moved too fast with that motherfucker to get pregnant and knocked up that damn fast. You still are married. You are still married, ma'am. Shit. All right, this next one, I don't know. When you see her, you'll understand why I think this motherfucker really did find out. Don't she look crazy? This is not skin folk, y'all. This is not kinfolk, y'all. This is crazy. This is fucking crazy right here. She looked absolutely nuts. A North Carolina 3-year-old was hot glued to a chair. Now the teacher learns her fate. Bitch, I've taught 3-year-olds. Just get them little... You need another teacher with you, first of all, that'll listen to them. And then you just need to trick their little asses into little activities. That'll get them. She had an album called Am I? The drama released on... Oh! I didn't know. Shit, I forgot. Anyways, let's talk about this. In North Carolina, a daycare teacher used a hot glue gun to glue a chair and forced a defenseless 3-year-old to sit in it because the child wouldn't sit down. The toddler suffered second-degree burns to the thighs. You gonna go to hell. They gonna get your ass. God dang it. And the cruelty didn't stop there. The teacher didn't report the injury, and care was delayed for hours. Ooh, bitch. Ooh, bitch. This heifer had no business being around any children, let alone a 3-year-old. That's a toddler. The teacher, LaShawna Williams, pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 10 days in jail, plus probation, community service, and a no contact order with the child and family. 10 days? That's it? Bitch, your ass should be in there for 10 years. People are outraged, and I get why. Child care is not a place for punishment fantasies. I mean, look, I don't agree with gentle parenting, but I definitely don't agree with this shit here. Shit. If you don't have patience, you don't belong with toddlers, period. What makes this story even more disturbing is the broader record. Concord Academy reportedly had multiple violations across state visits over the years. Are y'all the ICE of daycare? Shit. Issues like missing background checks, training gaps, ICE, you sound like ICE, and unsafe access to chemicals, just like ICE. So this isn't just one bad person. This is about a system failing children. Y'all keep your kids away from Concord. Whatever you do, keep them kids away from Concord. If a daycare has a pattern, the state needs to move like the babies are more important than the business license, because they are, and that's disgusting. I hope motherfucker, 10 days. Somebody need to jump her ass. That's all I'm gonna say. Somebody need to jump her ass and hot glue her to a chair and see how she like it. Shit, skin probably rougher than the babies. I know that for sure. You ignorant bitch. Moving on. Why black folks always expected to extend grace when no one else? Oh, y'all thought I forgot about this shit. I talked about BAFTA before, but we really gonna talk about this shit. And Joker, I really wanted you to see this shit too, because I thought about you. Because we keep asking the question, why the fuck does everybody in this world want to fuck with us? All we want to do is live our lives. We don't want to fuck with y'all. We don't want to compete with y'all. We just want to be left alone. Shit. Anyways, this is basically a sermon with receipts, and I mean that in a good way. The phrase "turn the other cheek" comes from Matthew 5:39, and it's been twisted for centuries into a demand for black people to accept mistreatment quietly. I don't know about y'all. I've been told to turn the other cheek, but later on I was told to fight back, bitch. Anyways, but historically, the point wasn't passive submission. It was a challenge to the aggressor, a refusal to be treated as less than human. During chattel slavery, enslavers used scripture as a weapon, cherry-picking verses to justify brutality and demand obedience. You motherfuckers. Do what? What did I miss? I missed something. What'd I do? You'll tell me later. Anyways. Frederick Douglass called that version of religion corrupt. He made a clear distinction between the Christianity of Christ and the Christianity used to uphold slavery, like they're doing with MAGA. Then in the 1950s and 60s, civil rights leaders reframed the turn the other cheek through strategic nonviolence, not because abuse was acceptable, but because public discipline exposed the ugliness of racist violence to the whole country. what you say? We do want to be left alone. Exactly. We want y'all motherfuckers to leave us the fuck alone. We don't want nothing else. Just get out our faces and let us do what we do. Shit. Anyways, the problem today, okay, here we go. The problem today is expectation still lingers. Black people are pressured to respond to hate with grace so others don't feel uncomfortable. And the BAFTA incident is a fresh example. When a racist slur was hurled at Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo, and the host Alan Cummings gave a conditional apology. We apologize if you were offended tonight. Bitch, that wasn't even yes, I was offended. And one thing is, why was that in his vocabulary? If he's not racist, if whoever the fuck was saying it had Tourette's, yes, I know about Tourette's, but why was it in his vocabulary? And why was it so quick to be traced, huh? So, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers get on my goddamn nerves with that bullshit. I got questions. So no, turn the other cheek is not a command for black folks to swallow disrespect. It's a reminder that dignity is not negotiable. But I tell you one damn thing, we gonna run out of cheeks so far, and after that, we gonna start throwing fists. How about that? How about that shit? Okay? Shut up. I don't want to talk to you. That's it for playing stupid games and shit. The cat is still talking. I don't know why. She need to take her ass to sleep. Now why she be up all night acting like ugh. Anyways, we about to do education, all right? So I'm gonna be right back. Wait, no, before I do that, let me go ahead and shout out this company. And as always, if you have a company or you have a commercial that you want to do, I'll put it out there. I ain't got no problem, because honestly, if I can help you, then hell, I'm happy about it. This is a black-owned, female-owned company. If you're interested in CBD and your lips popping, check them out. Here you go. All right, that's CBD Lips. You can find her on Instagram, Threads, and Twitch. I don't really try to fuck with Twitch that much because it's owned by Amazon. Anyways, let me go ahead and give y'all educational. If you're not interested in education, you can go, because I'm telling you right now, this is for all those that want to know what the hell's going on in our history, since they want to try and tear it down.
Yo, there's so many, hey, so many, yo, so many, yo, there's so many lies. Look in my eyes, they know I'm the truth. They know that. Knocking them down every time I step in the booth. We ain't got a lie, they know we the vibe, we living in proof. It's young conscious, shoot my life a movie, I live in a spoof. Ain't no sticking around, I'm on the move, I'm checking the dudes. Yeah, it's only us two, so you know we copping that coupe. We on the roof, smoking dope, look at the view. Yeah, we used to chill on the stove, now we out here breaking the news. It ain't shit you.
Okay, if you don't know who this is, you about to. This is Reverend T.J. Jemison, the blueprint before Montgomery. So let's talk about this man. Before Montgomery, before Rosa Parks became a household name, before the nation was paying attention, there was Reverend T.J. Jemison. Born in Selma, Alabama in 1918, Jemison grew up in the Jim Crow South and became a pastor and organizer rooted in church discipline and community structure. He later became a pastor of Mount Zion First Baptist Church in Baton Rouge. And now, here's the part most people don't know. In 1953, Jemison helped lead the Baton Rouge bus boycott 2 years before Montgomery. Black riders were the majority of the bus system's customers, but they were forced to stand or sit in the back when seats were empty in the white section. Jemison and community leaders organized an 8-day boycott that forced negotiations and proved a crucial point. We could shut a system down without begging it to love us. That's how you do it. And Jemison wasn't protesting. He built logistics. He helped organize a carpool free ride system, the kind of practical strategy that later influenced Montgomery's carpool operations during the 1955-56 boycott. Stanford's King Institution notes that Montgomery's organizers drew on tactics Jemison used in Baton Rouge. That's leadership. Not loud, not fame chasing, not look at me. It was structure, planning, execution, community discipline. He later became the president of National Baptist Convention, one of the largest black religious organizations in the country, continuing to push civil rights through faith-based organizing. So when we talk about a movement, architects, don't just name who got the spotlight. Name who built the blueprint, okay? So that's one of them. I told you, when I give you history, I'm putting this shit in the ether so they can't erase it. It exists. If it's in the internet, it exists, bitch. Moving on. Heartbreaking story of Hattie McDaniel, the first black Oscar winner. Let's talk about Hattie McDaniel, because this story is the perfect example of American loving black talent while hating black people. In 1940, Hattie McDaniel made history as the first black person to win an Academy Award. She won Best Supporting Actress for playing Mammy in Gone with the Wind. I hate that word. I was taught never to say that word. And she was also the first black person ever nominated for an Oscar. The ceremony happened on February 29th, 1940. Yes, leap year. Like history had to squeeze her victory into a date that barely comes around. Now here's where it gets bitter. Her win was historic, but her life still had to move through racism like it was a daily toll. Even as she achieved something no black person had ever done in Hollywood, she was still living in a world where segregation decided where you could sit, where you could live, and how you were treated, even when your name was on a trophy. She was reportedly refused burial by the original owner of the cemetery she wanted, which tells you everything about how power works. They'll clap for you on stage and deny you peace in the ground. That's fucked up. So when, excuse me. This is the wrong computer. I told you I have two systems going on here. Until I get my shit fixed. God dang it. Which one is it? Where is it? Okay, there we go. Come on, god dang it. I ain't got time. There you go. All right. I'm trying to get further down to where hers is. All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And after she died, the disrespect didn't stop. She was reportedly refused. Okay, I said that. So when people say, why do black folks still talk about the past? Because the past was never finished. It just changed outfits. Hattie McDaniel didn't win an Oscar. She exposed the truth. Black excellence doesn't automatically come with black dignity in America. And that's the part we refuse to forget, okay? Because I know about this woman, but I wasn't taught to actually, uphold her because she played Mammy. And to my family, at least, that was an embarrassment. Okay? Even though a lot of people clap, that was an embarrassment in my family's eyes. Moving on. Black people revolutionized what we know today as EMTs. Representative Summer Lee introduces bill to honor their history. God dang it, we need it. Now, this is one of those Black history stories that should be in textbooks, not buried in footnotes. Freedom House Ambulance Service in Pittsburgh is widely recognized as America's first EMT paramedic style service, and it was powered by Black excellence. In the 1960s, Black neighborhoods in Pittsburgh were dealing with the preventable deaths because there wasn't real emergency medical care before people reached a doctor. No serious pre-hospital treatment meant folks were dying on the way to help. In 1965, Freedom House became the first emergency service in the U.S. to train and employ paramedics with advanced medical skills beyond basic first aid. And the program was tied to Freedom House Enterprises, built to create jobs and economic opportunity in the Hill District a predominantly black community where poverty was high and the city was labeling people unemployable. And watch how black innovation works. They train underemployed men into highly skilled lifesavers, and those same men became trainers for others. The investment wasn't just in equipment, it was in people. Now here comes the part that makes your eye twitch. Freedom House was defunded in 1975, tied to politics and racial tension. The program was successful, and once white communities wanted the same service, instead of expanding it with black pioneers still centered, it got appropriated and dismantled. Every time they want something. Fuck! Anyways, but their model didn't die. Their training methods and clinical innovations shaped national EMS standards and helped push advanced life support across the country. Now, Representative Summer Lee has introduced a bill to award Freedom House a Congressional Gold Medal, with the medal displayed at the National Museum of African American History and Culture. Because we don't name who built the foundation, the people who benefited will, if we don't do it, the people who benefit will rewrite the credits. And baby, black folks are tired of being the blueprint and never the damn headline. Fuck that shit, damn it. Let me go see what the next story is. Am I still doing history? Yeah, something kind of like that. I'm not sure kind of what you want to call it, but let's check this next story out. God dang it, I don't need that. Proof that Jim Crow was not that long ago and why this is important. Okay? Some people talk about segregation like it was a dinosaur dial-up internet. It wasn't. Barack Obama, the first president, was born, while white segregation was still legal. Michelle Obama was born, she's older than him, the same year the Civil Rights Act went into effect in 1964. That means there are people alive right now whose childhood included legally sanctioned apartheid, not metaphorically, not literally. And I'll tell you for the fact, my mom picked fucking cotton. They had to actually stop school certain times of the year to go help pick fucking cotton on a farm. Shit. This shit is next door. Anyways, even after Brown versus Board in 1954, desegregation moved slow, especially in the South. By 1964, only a tiny percentage of black children attended school alongside white children in many places. And if you think schools today are magically integrated, go look at how the districts are separated by zip codes, income, and resources. Same play, updated stage. And laws stayed ugly for a long time. Some state constitutions kept bans on interracial marriage written into them well after Loving versus Virginia made those bans illegal. Alabama didn't remove that language until 2000. 2000. That is not ancient history. That's your grown cousins. Redlining and restrictive covenants also didn't disappear without consequences. They shaped who built wealth, who got stuck renting, and which neighborhood got starved of investments. That's part of the wealth gap today. Not personal failure, but policy residue. Representation took forever too. Thurgood Marshall became the first Supreme Court justice in 1967, and it took 55 years more for the first black woman, Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson, in 2022. This is why Black history isn't over. It's still breathing. And when people try to minimize it, they're not confused. They're strategic. Motherfuckers. I told you, I got a lot of history for y'all. Check this next story out. Mississippi black woman desegregated high school, then faced terror and isolation. Shit, my mom, I don't know what to tell y'all. If you go to where my mom grew up, that shit still looks like it's desegregated. It's segregated. No, I don't mean desegregated, I mean segregated. All right, so in 1965, Mary Smith Blackman was one of the 3 black students who desegregated Canton High School in Mississippi. She transferred from an all-black Rogers High in a majority white school where hostility was waiting at the door, literally. On the first day, she and the black students were hit with acorns as they tried to enter the building. Inside, the white students mocked her and even sprayed her chair with an unknown substance. Imagine being a teenager and realizing the classroom isn't a place of learning. It's a place of daily warfare. And the harassment didn't stop with childish mess. During a school program, a white student repeatedly kicked her chair. She finally confronted him, told him directly not to put his feet near her again. You know what happened? She got suspended. 2 weeks. Now, I would have given him a black eye if that was the case. Shit, might as well go for the whole one. In for a penny, in for a dozen, in for $1. Okay, so that never changed. The person being harmed gets punished for reacting. The school also kept the black students separated on purpose. No shared classes, no safety in numbers, isolation as a tactic. Eventually, the other two students left, and she was left alone to endure it alone because state law blocked multiple transfers in 1 year. But she made it. She graduated with honors in 1966, and in the middle of all that cruelty, she had one white classmate who quietly helped her family get tickets to graduation, a small act of decency in a sea of ugliness. She never named the person publicly. After college, she returned to the same school district and worked there for 30 years educating students. That's revenge in the form of legacy. Her line says it best. Opportunity follows struggle. And that is deep. All right, now the next few stories is more of a, let me bring it down. This is more of a, I'm not so angry anymore. This is more of a just what the hell happened? Who shows up? And my mom always taught me to love your family, but she also taught me that sometimes your family blood is thicker than some people that you don't even know, strangers, are more family to you than your own damn family. And I believe that wholeheartedly. So y'all check this story out. You already saw it, but just check it out. So, Family Without Borders, Pew survey maps the depth of Black Americans' kinship ties. Pew Research Center survey put numbers on something Black people have practiced forever. Family isn't limited to blood, marriage, or paperwork. Family is who shows up. The study surveyed thousands of adults, including 4,271 Black adults, and found that 77% of Black Americans identify at least one person not related to them by birth, marriage, or family as family, compared with 63% of non-Black adults. That's how we do. And it's not just one auntie. 58% of Black adults reported having more than one non-relative they considered family. Why? Because life taught us community survival. These relationships are deep. Most people in that category have known each other for a long time, call each other close friends, and this part matters. They showed up during hard times, and that's why folks say blood doesn't make you family. Showing up makes you family. I believe that definitely. The survey also, shows Black adults are more likely to feel close to extended relatives like grandparents, cousins, and aunts and uncles than non-Black adults report. That tracks because we were raised in networks, not bubbles. Then there's the financial reality. 59% of Black adults reported giving financial help to family in the prior year, up from 39% in 2021. Beautiful, yes. Heavy, also yes. Over half of those who gave said it hurt their own finances at least somewhat. That's the double truth of Black community. Generosity is strength, but sometimes it costs the giver. And the survey digs into identity too. Many Black adults feel responsible to look out for other Black people because when one of us wins, it echoes. When one of us hurts, we feel it. That's why Black family is bigger than paperwork. It has always been. And I believe it. I believe it. All right, this next story is a little bit deeper, but we're going to chug through because I told you Thursdays will be long because 4 days, but Sundays will be light. So check this one out. I'll be with you in just a moment.
Emotional content.
Okay. Wrong one. There it is. Black Gen Zs remember where they were when Trayvon Martin was killed 14 years ago. I remember where I was. I think everybody does. 14 years later, Trayvon Martin's story still hits people. I think it's 15. I don't know. Still hits people in the chest like it just happened, because for black folks, it keeps happening in different bodies. Trayvon was not 17. He was what, 14, I think, when he was killed in Sanford, Florida on February 26, 2012. The killer was acquitted, and the verdict helped spark what became the Black Lives Matter movement, and not a trend, but as a global response to the pattern Black families already knew by heart. This anniversary piece pulls in real people who were kids back then, and now they're grown, carrying that psychological receipts. One man, Shane Cameron, grew up near Sanford and said the case left him with general anxiety, especially in places like Florida, because it wasn't just Trayvon. It was a reminder that everyday moments can become danger for Black bodies. Another man, Phoenix Williams, said the story got personal when he was attacked on a Detroit school bus in 2015. White kids called him the N-word, and you even used Trayvon Martin as a slur. He was only 10 when Trayvon was killed, and those Skittles and Arizona tea made it feel like it could have been him. That kind of trauma doesn't expire, it matures. A woman named Jada Wilson described her community was alert and aware in 2012, but still unsure what to do with the grief and rage. Now in 2026, she says progress feels like it has regressed, and disappointment exhausting. Still, she keeps it practical. Shape your community into a safer space for our people. That last part is key, because the verdict taught one lesson, the aftermath taught another. If you don't build safely, they won't deliver it. That's what I'm saying. Okay, and now moving on. Here's some songs that really, really talk about us. Since this is probably the last, let me check the date. I think this might be the last Black History Month day for me. Yep. Today's Thursday, yeah. So we'll be in March the next time I see y'all. So Black History Month isn't just something you read, it's something you feel. And music has always been one of the loudest ways Black people told truth when the world tried to mute us. This list hits the whole arc: survival, pride, protest, joy. Lift every voice and sing is basically a spiritual constitution. It started as a poem by James Weldon Johnson and was set to music by J. Rosamond Johnson. It's faith and resistance wrapped together, and it reminds you that just being here is an act of defiance. A Change Is Gonna Come by Sam Cooke is pain with posture. It's the sound of someone exhausted but still refusing to accept injustice as a permanent. James Brown, Say It Loud. I'm Black and I'm proud. Didn't ask for permission. Declared identity like a flag. That song helped redefine Black pride when saying it aloud was treated like a crime. My mom was definitely always saying it loud. Marvin Gaye's What's Going On is empathy with receipts, war, poverty, humanity, and it still sounds like today because the issues never fully left. Aretha Franklin's Respect took an Otis Redding song and turned it into a demand, not a request. Demand. Black women have been defining respect since forever. Public Enemy's Fight the Power proves hip-hop is protest music, not just party music. Kendrick Lamar's All Right became a street chant during the modern BLM era. Survival turned into rhythm. Bob Marley's Redemption song reminds Black liberation is global and mental first. And Brown Skin Girl is a joy as repair, affirmation as protection, as a form of protection. And that one was from Beyonce, y'all. Bottom line, Black music isn't decoration, it's documentation. So check those songs out. I love me some Sam Cooke. I don't know what the hell I'm saying anymore. All right. So I'm gonna bring this down. I'm about to go ahead and do my commercial one more time. If you like what I'm doing, or well, I'm gonna do it again. If you like what I'm doing, or you have some recommendations, hit me up in my comments. I do have time, so don't go crazy. Anyways, I'll be right back, and we're gonna talk about good news for once. Good, dang it, some good news. Check it out.
It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the. It's just me and the fam. Yeah, yeah. It's just me and the fam. See my little Tay-Tay, that's my hype girl, that's my mascot. No one's go for hours and some hours till we pass out. Stay inside the house, turned up with them racks out. Stay inside the house, turn.
And we back. So, Word in Black's own On Borrowed Time wins NAACP Image Award. At the 2026 NAACP Image Award, journalist Anissa Durham from Word in Black won the inaugural Outstanding Literary Work Journalism Award for her 9-part investigation on borrowed time. That means the NAACP added journalism as a category this year. And the first winner was a Black reporter from a Black news network who beat nominees from CNN and the New York Times. Now the series is not light. It digs into organ donation, transplants crisis impacting Black Americans, why Black patients make up disproportionate shares of waiting lists, but receive organs at a lower rate than white patients. Durham's reporting explores medical racism, bias in systems, and the mistrust that didn't come out of nowhere. She centered Black patients and families living through the disparity, people waiting for calls that don't come, navigating insurance barriers, making impossible decisions. She also profiled Dr. Clive O. Callender, a legendary transplant surgeon still fighting for equity at 88. This win matters because it challenges the lie that real journalism only comes from giant institutions. The Black press has always done the work, often with less funding and more risk. So yes, congratulate her, but also clock the bigger message. When Black reporters tell Black stories with excellence, it's not niche, it's necessary. All right, so now we're going to do a little educational one. I guess this is education, but it is something that we need to consider for our kids in the community, seriously. So check this out. Not this.
So many.
God dang it, not that one. Not that one, not that one. Hold on. There it is. Okay, so give me a second. I didn't do that. Okay. Want to fight ICE? Teach the students they wish to remove. Educators are reporting that students are anxious, confused, and scared because immigration policy is reaching into their homes. And a leaked memo suggesting ICE agents may enter homes without a judge's warrant has made that fear feel even more real. That's not politics. That's a kid. That's, will mom be here when I get home? The article makes a strong point. Some students end up interpreting documents, caregiving for siblings, translating adult problems, and making decisions they shouldn't have to make because policy has turned their households into targets. And it tells educators, yes, march and donate. Give me a second here. March and donate and advocate when appropriate, but don't underestimate the power of doing your job extremely well. Teaching, reading, writing, math, critical thinking, it can literally be survival training. If a young person gets put into an unfair situation with state agents, their ability to read and understand and think clearly can protect them. The author, Sharif El-Mekki, Center for Black Educator Development, frames this as a calling. The classroom is a resistance space because literacy creates strategy. That's real. Kids' deserve stability. If the world is making it scary, teachers come become one of the last steady structures left. That's deep and it's true. So consider that, y'all. Moving on. Okay, here we go. We're going into business. I hope you're interested in business. If not, come back in a few minutes. It's not that long. All right, give me just a moment. Now, I've been reporting on her for a minute, and here's an update. So apparently, Pat McGrath Labs secures $30 million in financing less than a month after filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Well, that's good. So, Pat McGrath's Lab, the Black-owned beauty brand founded by makeup legend Pat McGrath, secured $30 million in new funding from its existing lender as it moves through Chapter 11 restructuring. The fund includes $10 million in a new debtor and possession financing, at least $20 million in post-emergence working capital. The company says it's preparing for a comeback while continuing to operate during the bankruptcy process. There's also a leadership shift. Pat McGrath is transitioning from CEO to Chief Creative Officer, meaning she stays in the creative seat while the financial restructuring gets handled with adult supervision, as the business folks like to say. The brand was once valued around $1 billion, and the bankruptcy has included disputes with the lender over debt and control. That's the ugly part of business. When money gets tight, everyone starts arguing over the steering wheel. But here's what I'm watching. Whether the restructure protects the brand, give me a second here, protects the brand or protects the brand's identity while stabilizing the finance, and whether the community that helped build the hype gets treated like stakeholders, not just customers. Because Black owned doesn't mean Black protected. Still, a $30 million runway is not nothing. If they play it smart, this can become a real comeback. Moving on in business, so y'all need to know about this shit, because this will affect Black businesses. Tariff whiplash and a rising Black recession. So y'all, we might have to hunker down. So the Joint for Political and Economic Studies put a name on what a lot of Black folks have already been feeling in our wallets. Signs of a Black recession. And they weren't being dramatic. They were being documented. The idea is simple and ugly. If the economic conditions Black households and Black-owned small business dealt with in 2025 were happening to everybody at once, the country would call it a recession without blinking. Instead, when it hits us first, it gets treated like background noise. One major driver is the story of tariff chaos, policy whiplash. The Supreme Court rules parts of the tariff approach unconstitutional. Markets start getting clarity. The new tariffs get announced anyway, and uncertainty gets injected right back into the bloodstream. For people living paycheck to paycheck, uncertainty means higher prices and more stress. For small businesses, uncertainty is worse, because you can't plan inventory, staffing, pricing, or contracts when the rules keep changing like a bad reality plot twist. And Black-owned firms are especially vulnerable because most of the businesses are small, often with 20 employees, less cushion, less access to cheap capital, and fewer big institutional safety nets. The Joint Center's point is not just things are hard. It's that policies plus instability stack up into immeasurable decline, and the country ignores it until it spreads. They also raise a question that should be loud. If there are billions collected through tariffs in dispute, what happens to the refund money? And who actually gets relief first? Because if there's any time to choose stability over chaos, is when communities already are carrying some more than their share. Oh, Lord. And that's true. That is so, so true. All right. I'm not sure if this is one. I don't know where this came from. Oh, yeah, it is. This is another one for business, and we'll be done. So let's talk about the 8A Business Development Program, because this one is one of the few real entry ramps Black-owned businesses have in federal contracting. 8A, in parentheses, exists because the government admitted a basic truth. Businesses owned by socially and economically disadvantaged people face documented barriers, capital, bonding, connections, and that little thing called past performance that could get unless somebody gives you a shot. It's time limited. It's supposed to build capacity. It's not free money. It's a pathway. Now here's what's happening. Oversight talk is quickly turning into elimination talk, and is landing in the same political climate where anything associated with equity gets labeled as suspect on sight. And the contraction is visible. The SBA itself has posted statements saying the agency accepted just 65 new 8A firms in 2025, compared with over 2,100 under the prior administration's 4 years. They've also announced large compliance actions, suspensions of over 1,000 firms, and moves to terminate additional firms after review. Now, let me be clear. Fraud and pass-through scams are real problems. Nobody's defending that. But the slick trick is using fraud concerns as a reason to shrink the entire pipeline so the big incumbents keep winning contracts forever. That doesn't increase competition. That concentrates power. If you eliminate one of the only structured entry points and replace it with nothing stronger, the result isn't merit. The result is the same old supplier club with the same old faces, and everybody else gets locked out. So, real question is reform or wrecking ball? Because the people who get hurt first won't be elites. It'll be smaller firms trying to build stability, hire locally, and grow. I have one more. I lied. One more business story, and then we're back into celebrities. That shouldn't be long. All right, so I talked about that. The slow grade. I already talked about that. All right, here we go. It's time for Black people to consider wealth beyond ownership. Home ownership has always meant something heavy in Black America. Safety, stability, legacy, proof that you made it in a country that tried to block every door. And the history matters. Redlining, restrictive covenants, discriminatory lending, all of that helped create today's generational gaps. But now in 2026, the housing market is forcing a new conversation. Does buying a house still deliver what we think it delivers for everybody? One major stat, Black homeowners remain far lower than white home ownership. A recent Washington Post column cited a report showing that among the 50 largest U.S. cities, Black home ownership was 43.6% versus 70.3% for white households. And younger Black buyers are getting squeezed hard. A Redfin analysis reported Black Gen Z home ownership at 14.2% versus 31.6% for white Gen Z, and Black millennials 32% versus 66.6%. Man, that's a fucked up number for white millennials. The pressure points are obvious. High prices, high interest rates, rising taxes, insurance spikes, maintenance costs, the kind of surprise expense that turn a dream into being house poor. So the smarter framing isn't home ownership is dead. It's be honest about your goals. If your goals are mobility, peace of mind, and not being one plumbing disaster away from panic, renting, co-ops, investment clubs, retirement plans, side businesses, and education can also build wealth without trapping every dollar inside the property. Buying a home can still be powerful. Hold on. But choosing a different path doesn't make you less successful. It makes you strategic. Now, we're going to have some good news if you don't mind. Something to make you feel good. And if you like men's, this will make you feel even better. I guess. I don't know. Hold on. Give me just a moment. Here we go. So we got a lighter story. The most handsome and brilliant black men from every era. Okay, we can't say that about the GOP, that's for sure. All right, there's an article basically celebrating black excellence through a very specific lens. Black men who are accomplished and fine. The vibe is brains, presence, and that confidence that doesn't require an announcement. It name checks historical giants like Langston Hughes. Isn't he gay? Langston Hughes, Adam Clayton Powell Jr., Malcolm X, MLK, Sidney Poitier, Harry Belafonte. Why do they rhyme? Men who weren't just famous, they shifted culture, politics, literature, and global consciousness. Then it mixes more modern icons like Barack Obama. He had a swag. Kendrick Lamar, with Kendrick getting his flowers for being a Pulitzer winner and artist, which still makes some people short circuit because they only respect black genius when it comes in approved packaging. It even throws in Lewis Hamilton because being the only black F1 winner is a sport that's been historically closed off. It is not just talent, it is endurance under scrutiny. Now, do I think handsome is required for the excellence? No. But I do like the underlying message. Black achievement is layered. Black charisma is real. Black legacy is deep. And we are allowed to celebrate ourselves without attaching suffering to every compliment. Sometimes it's okay to say, he did the work. He stood for something. And yes, he looked good doing it. That's not shallow. That's us refusing to only be seen through struggle. I can say most of our leaders have been acceptable to the eyes. I can say that. I cannot say that for our, shit. Well, y'all see what the stories are. But there's not that many. God dang it. We're almost done. I told you Thursdays are going to be heavy because shit, I'd rather that than a heavy goddamn Sunday. Anyways, we're about to go hit up the celebrity news. Then we're going to talk about health. And finally, a palate cleanser. If you don't mind, I'm about to do my commercial one more time. So, as always, if you like what I'm doing, cool. If you don't like what I'm doing, let me know what I can change. Just be respectful, okay? Check this out. God dang it, don't mess with me.
It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the. It's just me and the fam. Yeah. It's just me and the fam. See my little Tay, that's my hype girl, that's my mascot. No one's go for hours and some hours till we pass out. Stay inside the house, turned up with them racks out. Stay inside the house, turn.
All right, I'm back. So apparently we doing this again with the celebrities. I hope it works this time. Cardi B urges Texans to vote for Jasmine Crockett days before primary election. This counts so much. Are there Dominicans in Texas? I mean, seriously, I don't know. Anyways, now you already know how I feel about celebrities and politics, and I'm not going to pretend that I'm not going to side eye. But here are the facts. Representative Jasmine Crockett has a high-profile endorsement from Cardi B ahead of the Texas U.S. Senate Democratic primary. Reports say Cardi B urged Texans to vote early for Crockett in a video shared on Crockett's social media. The primary is scheduled for Tuesday, March 3rd, and Crockett is running against Texas State Representative James Tallarico. The context, okay, let me tell y'all. Basically, Republicans are hoping that she wins that because they believe she will never win against a Republican. That's why they want her to win instead of Tallarico. I don't know. Whoever has the best goddamn approach, may the best win. Shit. Anyways, the context is tense. There are arguments about electability, and Crockett and her supporters argue a lot of criticism comes with racial and gender bias because she's a black woman aiming for a statewide office in Texas. Besides, before you leave and before I forget again, how is the job hunt and how is the healing going? Okay, I'll tell you later. Let's see here now. the context, blah, 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 blah. And yes, the headline angle is celebrity drama enters politics, but the real angle is bigger. Crockett wins the general. If Crockett wins and wins the general, she'd be the first African American elected to the U.S. Senate from Texas, and that would be historical. Now, here's how you can deliver without becoming a celebrity fan club. You can say, I don't need a rapper to tell me who's qualified. I need voters to read, research, and move with intention. Endorsements are noise. Records are receipts, because that's the grown way. Celebrities, they can amplify, sure. But our community can't afford to outsource our political thinking to people who treat elections like a brand. Seriously. We're going to move on to this next one because I don't know what to tell you. I guess it was cute. For him to do this. So let's check this one out.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Flavor Flav turns White House fallout into Vegas invite for women athletes. You know, personally, I'm not a really big Flavor Flav after that damn Flavor of Love, but shit, I'd rather take his damn invite than be with that orange orangutan, for real. And I've only been in the airport, and I'm still shocked that there were freaking slot machines in the airport in Vegas. Anyways, so the U.S. women's hockey team won gold. Got invited to Trump's State of the Union and politely said, thanks, but we're booked. Not because they were scared, not because they were ungrateful, but because they had already scheduled academic and professional commitments after the games. A normal grown woman answer. Then Flavor Flav popped up like a chaotic good uncle at the cookout and said, oh, y'all not getting celebrated properly? Bet. Come to Vegas. He posted the invite on Blue Sky, talking dinners, shows, and good times. And he was confident he could get a hotel and airline to help make it happen. And baby, brands started acting like they just discovered women's sports existed. Companies jumped into the comments offering support, airlines, beauty brands, retailers, Vegas venues, the whole let me parade. Because nothing makes corporations sprint like a chance to attach themselves to a winning moment. I bet you the men didn't get all that. Here's what made it bigger. Flav expanded beyond the hockey team and basically said, all female U.S. Olympians and Paralympians, y'all invited. He's pitching a full-blown celebration, dinner, a party, parade, energy, concerts, the whole production. And this isn't random. He did something similar with the U.S. women's water polo team in 2024, helped support them and hosted them in Vegas, saying he wanted to help give women athletes the chance and the spotlight they deserve. I can't fault him for that. I cannot fault him for that. For all the damn tomfoolery he did with that fucking Flavor of Love, I can't fault him for that. Now, do we need celebrities to validate women's sports? No. Women's athletes shouldn't have to win athletic gold just to get treated like they matter. But I'll take this part. He didn't lecture them, didn't guilt them, didn't demand they perform patriotism on demand. He said, you did the work, come get your flowers. I agree with that shit. And the next story is kind of in the middle. It's a celebrity, but it's also a health one. I told you there's not that many left. We about to cut this down and go to bed, I guess. Check this out.
We are at war.
God dang it, I did the wrong one. There it is. All right, so Lupita Nyong'o reveals her fibroids have returned, and one is the size of an orange. Oh my God, that's scary. So Lupita, I ain't saying your last name again, went on Today's Show and shared something a lot of black women already know way too well. Uterine fibroids are not just a bad period. I'm healing. So far, I feel good. I haven't bled anymore since last week. And they are not some cute little inconvenience. We're supposed to suffer through quietly. She says she was first diagnosed back in 2014 and had 23 fibroids removed. Yee! Now, there's back over 50, and one is as big as an orange. Ooh, get that all out. And the part that makes your stomach clench is the choice she described. Invasive surgery again, or keep living with pain. She says she's not ready to make the decision because the procedure can threaten reproductive organs and future fertility. I took it. Now I got to see what's going on. Still looking for a job though. I've applied. I even applied to the housing company. I'm trying the housing authorization that I'm with. Shit. Anyways, she's partnering with the Foundation for Women's Health to push for more research and more non-invasive options because it's wild how fibroids are, but the innovation is crawling like it's on a dial-up. Now let's talk Black women specifically because the stats are the scream in the room. Research commonly shows Black women experience fibroids more often at a younger ages with larger or more symptomatic tumors, which is exactly why so many of us end up being steered towards surgery. Lupita calling it out publicly matters because it chips away at the shame and the normalization. She also said speaking up helped her feel less alone, and that part is real. A lot of people suffer in silence until they realize half their group chat is dealing with the same thing. Quick life note for listeners. If you've had heavy bleeding, pelvic pressure, pain, or symptoms that are disrupting your life, I did. You deserve to be taken seriously. Nobody took me seriously. Document your symptoms, push for imaging and options, and don't let anybody brush you off like you're being dramatic. Common doesn't mean harmless. Look, I didn't know I had a fibroid until I went to the hospital to get my first pap smear. That's the fucked up thing, and it pissed me the hell off. But anyways, let's move on because we got another health one. I don't know what's up with that one. Let's see. Okay. Not that one. Let's see. Okay, I see what happened right there. All right, we got one more, and it's more having to do with your damn health. I'm not going to do that one, the fear one, because I already talked about where we live and all that stuff. Plus, this thing didn't even give me a script. But I do want to talk about this, because I like to braid my hair, and shit, you already said synthetic hair was not good. Now he's saying not even human hair. Oh, what are we supposed to use? Yarn? I refuse. Anyways, Consumer Reports did a follow-up investigating testing 30 additional brands of braiding hair, human hair, plant-based, synthetic. I did not know there was plant-based, synthetic, and the results were nasty to make you want to snatch your own braids out carefully and respectfully. They found VOCs across the board, volatile organic compounds, including acetone, and they also tested for heavy metals like lead, arsenic, and cadmium, plus microbiological contaminants. Oh, hell. Here's the headline nobody wants. Human hair was the worst offender in the testing, and paying more didn't guarantee safety. Ain't that a bitch? People are going to be mad. Let's see here now. So let's see. Consumer Reports said that said lead showed up in 29 of the 30 products they tested. 100% had VOCs detected. They called out several brands with higher levels in certain categories, and they noted that even some cleaner sounding alternatives still had issues, including plant-based options showing detectable lead. And they highlighted Doso Beauty as the only brand among those tested that did not contain detectable VOCs. They have made hair made of banana. I guess it doesn't matter though. I didn't know they had hair made out of banana. How you do that? I need to see a documentary on that shit just to see it. I just need to see that. Anyways, the bigger issue is regulation or the lack of it. CR is basically saying the hair extension industry needs transparency and accountability because consumers shouldn't have to play chemistry roulette just to get a protective style. They also pointed to state-level action, talk of expanding chemical transparency rules in California and New York advocacy around banning highly toxic chemicals in personal care products. Practical, non-judgy advice for braid wearers. Consider taking breaks between installs. Pay attention to scalp irritation, ventilation while installing. I don't know, but I guess it doesn't matter. Everything is bad for us. Yeah, that's what it seems. You can't eat, you can't breathe, you can't look. I don't know. Consider taking breaks. Pay attention to ventilation with installing, washing, prepping hair according to stylist safe practices, and choose brands with better results when possible. This isn't about shaming protective styles. It's about demanding Black consumers stop being treated like we're disposable. Because damn it, eventually the well will dry up. All right. We're into our palate cleanser, or what I would like to call animals are doing shit and we need to watch them. But before we do that, I'm going to do my commercial one last time. This is the last time. We're coming up to the night time. And we'll have our train wreck fashion show on Sunday. But right now, I'm going to do my commercial. If you like what I'm doing, you know what to do. If you don't like what I'm doing, you know what to do. If you have recommendations, you know what to do. And you also know what I will do if you do certain things. So that's it. Check this.
It's just me and the fam. 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 Yeah, yeah. It's just me and the fam. See my little Tay-Tay, that's my hype girl, that's my mascot. No one's go for hours and some hours till we pass out. Stay inside the house, turned up with them racks out. Stay inside the house, turn.
I got two of these because I just couldn't figure out which one was worse. I told you these damn animals are up to some shit. Look at this. Large python makes midnight visit to home's bathroom. I told you. This motherfucker is sitting up here doing reconnaissance. That's what that is. These animals are going to fuck us up. So Australia stays undefeated in Why is Nature in the House? On February 26, 2026, today, a snake catcher in Queensland got called out because a large carpet python. Why is that called a carpet python? Why is it near carpet? You need to tell me why that damn thing is called a python with the carpet python. What the fuck? Was discovered in somebody's bathroom. The video from Sunshine Coast Snake Catchers 24/7 shows the catcher opening the door and yep, big snake, bathroom floor, no rent paid. I would have died. They safely removed the python and relocated it because that's the job. Keep humans safe, keep the snake alive, everybody goes home. Yes, exactly. Australia, you got to go. God dang it. And Florida too. Y'all motherfuckers too weird and too dangerous. Shit. Oh, wait, not that one. I'm telling you, the shit is, I got two because I'm telling you, these animals, I told you, the current president is not human. That is an orange, bald-headed orangutan. That's what that is. A naked orangutan. Anyways, they safe. The snake is alive. Everybody's alive. I wouldn't have let it stay alive. Now, the funniest part is the explanation list that posted for how it got there. They offered three possibilities. 1, it fell through a bathroom vent from the roof. That's fucked up, man. 2, it snuck in earlier and stayed hidden. That motherfucker moved that fast? I'm terrified now. 3, or somebody in the house is a witch who transformed into a snake. That thing got to die. It's got to die. And listen, I'm not saying option 3 is true. I'm just saying it's the only one with personality. I'm going to kill it. Anyways, they also mentioned that it's snake season. You should never live anywhere when you have a season that's named after an animal. It's snake season. Now, I know love bug season in Louisiana, but snake season, we cannot live there. They also mentioned it's snake season, and encounters pick up when conditions are right, which is why locals are always told to stay alert, keep your yards tidy, and call professionals instead of trying to be Crocodile Dundee in Crocs. Bottom line, if you open the bathroom door and you see a python, close it back, whisper a prayer, and call the experts. Your bravery is not needed today. Real talk, that fucking thing can have he can have it. He can have the whole house. Shit, he owns the house now. And while I'm at it, I'm going to burn the house down. But while I'm at it, he owns the house. I'm not fighting for that shit. I wouldn't mind cat season except for the fact that they shit too. I'm just saying. But anyways, let me go ahead and show y'all the last one. Because I'm telling you, this has to say something. Y'all keep thinking I'm crazy. These animals are up to some shit. And I'm not playing. So hold on. Let me show you. Whoo, it ain't right. It ain't right. I'm telling you, these motherfuckers are smart. They're getting smarter, and they know what we're doing. Just saying.
So I see a couple of turkeys. I didn't think too much of it. I said, hey, what's up, turkeys? Then they started coming at me. I was just minding my business, walking down the sidewalk, walking home from work, just on Prince of Wales. They started approaching me, and I was just like, okay, I don't want none of whatever this is. I don't want it.
At one point, you turn around and kick some snow at them.
Yeah, because at this point they were starting to get up, they were giving me the business.
I just happened to look over and see these two turkeys kind of attacking this poor guy, and as far as I know, he didn't really do anything. They just kind of came from the surrounding field.
But then some lady in her car just yelled like, "Hey, come on, hop in!"
And so you didn't hesitate jumping in.
No, I was just like, you know what? She's some random lady in the car. I look like the Unabomber, so she's the one who's reaching out here. And honestly, I just wanted to get away from these turkeys. I didn't know how far they were gonna follow me.
I don't know what to tell you, damn it. Them damn turkeys. I'm telling you right now, it's shit. We got some issues, man. And you think I'm playing? These fucking animals are about to take the country back, the world back. I told you, I'm gonna keep my eye on this shit. I'm just saying. Yes, I told you. And Massachusetts, girl, I went on a lunch break. Me and the turkey just looking at each other. I was in the car looking at the turkey. The turkey was outside. I was like, please don't come near my damn car, because I'm gonna knock your ass out with the door. Anyway, so let me set the scene. Ottawa. Regular weekday, a man is walking near Prince of Wales Drive and Heron Road, minding his business. The way black folks wish we could mind ours without the universe adding a bonus level. His name is Michael Bergeon, and he notices two turkeys behind him. At first, he's chill about it, even speaks like a polite Canadian. He goes, hey, what's up, turkeys? Because why not? Maybe they're friendly. Maybe they're just out on a stroll. Wrong. These turkeys said, oh, you want to talk? We can talk with our feet. They start coming at him aggressively, not strolling, not curious, coming at him like he owes them money. I watched one walk in the middle of the street in Roxbury, okay? I'm just saying, the motherfuckers are hood. Didn't care. Nobody hit them motherfuckers either. I found out it was illegal. How the hell you gonna tell me I can't kill something that's coming at me? And it's an animal. Shit. Anyways, let me tell you. A witness named Jody Paul caught video of the whole thing. In the clip, Bergeon is trying to escape by running and literally kicking snow at them, which is both hilarious and also relatable, because sometimes your self-defense options are limited to whatever nature put on the ground that day. Jody says she recorded it because it was naturally funny, and she was correct, because nothing looks more ridiculous than a grown man in winter gear getting pressed by two birds who cannot fly properly. Then there's a second video posted by her co-worker showing the final boss move. Bergeon moves into a stranger's car to get away. And I need you to understand how desperate you have to be to jump into a random person's car like, sir, ma'am, I know this looks unhinged, but the turkeys have lost their minds. Bergeon later thanked the strangers, saying they didn't hesitate to help, which is honestly sweet. I would have asked for a ride, me, personally. Shit, I'm already in the car. Why don't you take me where I'm going? Anyways, let's see. Which is honestly sweet. He joked about how he probably looked like the Unabomber, hopping into someone's vehicle, and the driver still chose kindness. The stranger said, I don't know what your story is, but I know you're not about to get jumped by poultry today. Bergeon's own summary was perfect. He was not in the mood for turkey business. That's what it says. Now, here's the plot twist. The next day, he ran into two turkeys again, and he wasn't sure if they were the same ones. But let's be real. Turkeys absolutely look like they hold a grudge and do sequels. This time, he changed tactics. He stood his ground. The turkey stopped. He backed away slowly while facing them, like a nature documentary survival tip. And they didn't follow him. He called it a turkey dante, basically mutual agreement to stop the nonsense. And honestly, that's a life lesson. Sometimes the only way to deal with chaos is to stop running, stare it down, and back away like I'm not giving you energy today, demon bird. Because those turkeys wanted drama, he chose peace. And I'm serious, them motherfuckers are up to something. I told you, they showing us what they're capable of. Cows are using fucking stuff. Raccoons are getting drunk. Sheep are going in the market stores, and other raccoons are doing espionage overseas from Canada. Seals are fucking taking snaps in streets, and I'm telling you right now that seals are using human bathrooms, and now we got turkeys just basically, mollywopping everybody. So there you go. We done got mollywopped by turkeys. I'm telling you right now, they're going to take a movement, and y'all going to be looking at me like she was right. Well, actually, you won't, because you probably get your asses whooped. But either way, you should have listened. But that's it for tonight. Thank y'all so much for listening. I'm so sorry if it was too long or boring. I tried to make it as funny as I could, but like I said, Thursdays are going to be deep because it's a weekday. It's almost over, and a lot of shit happens. So with that in mind, thank y'all. I love y'all. Without y'all, I would be nothing. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you Sunday. That'll be the new month. And hopefully we'll get through that one too. Love y'all and good night.
Let's get it.
Wrong one. God dang it. Damn it, wrong one.
I can't stay. No, I always gotta go. Playing house, this ain't home with my soul. On the road, I can't stay. No, I always gotta go. Playing house, this ain't home with my soul. On the road.